In the darkness of the night, when all sounds from the outside world have quieted down, the storms within your mind grow even stronger. It is then that you feel there is nowhere to hide, no peace to be found. From endless worries about work, relationships, or the lack of control in life, your mind is caught in a whirlpool, unable to escape. How many nights have you stayed awake, unable to close your eyes, because of the constant anxiety and restlessness in your heart? Have you ever felt like a small boat drifting in a vast ocean, not knowing where you are going? The sense of losing direction, hopelessness, and guilt crash down on you like waves from all directions. The days when you can't find answers to the issues you face, the nights when the sound of the wind outside the window serves as a reminder of endless worries that never seem to end. It's hard to relax and find stillness when your mind is racing, when you can't stop to rest. But there's something you haven't tried yet. That is the peace that comes from a sincere prayer. Yes, a prayer can be more than just words. It is a powerful force that can change everything, an invisible connection that is more powerful than you can imagine. Right now, all you need is a little time to turn to God, to offer up your worries to Him, to realize that you don't have to carry the weight of everything on your own. There's a story about a man who was facing a storm in his life. He felt like he had lost everything, his career, his family, and his belief in himself. Every night, he was confronted with nightmares that wouldn't go away. But then, one quiet night, he decided to do something he had never considered. He began to pray. The prayer wasn't anything elaborate, but a sigh from the deepest part of his heart, a call to the Almighty. And in that moment, he felt a relief like never before. It was as though all his worries were beginning to fade away, and a wave of peace from above was slowly enveloping him. God is the peace in the midst of the storm of the mind. When you feel like you're sinking in the sea of anxiety and suffering, all you need to do is turn to God. He doesn't promise that life will be free from storms, but He promises that He will be with you, guiding you through every long night and bringing peace to your soul. Imagine standing in the darkness of the night, your eyes tired from sleepless nights. You're feeling the anxiety that rises from every corner of your mind. But when you close your eyes, you whisper a prayer. It doesn't need to be complicated, just a simple prayer: Lord, please bring peace to me. A simple prayer, yet it can change everything. In that moment, you feel a peace you've never known before. It's as if all the worries are being blown away, like a cool breeze gently calming a restless soul. And you can feel the change, not immediately, but gradually. Each night, each prayer will bring you a little more peace. The feeling of anxiety will no longer weigh on your shoulders, and sleep, finally, will come. At that moment, you won't feel alone in your battle against anxiety anymore. You have God, and you have the peace He brings. That, indeed, is the greatest gift, and sometimes we need to remind ourselves of the power of prayer in our darkest moments. While you are worried, caught in endless thoughts, remember that you don't have to face everything alone. God is always there, waiting for you to offer your burdens to Him. And in that moment, He will bring you peace, no matter how fierce the storm may be. From now on, you will learn how each night, when the darkness falls, you can rest peacefully. And when you wake up, that peace will still linger, like a protective shield that God has granted you. As the night deepens and the world outside remains still, your thoughts begin to settle into the rhythms of prayer. It's a strange thing, this act of surrender, of handing over your fears and uncertainties to a higher power. It doesn't always feel immediate or dramatic, but there's a quiet power that begins to build with each whispered word, each breath that aligns with a prayer. It's as if, in the very act of speaking to God, you're allowing the weight of your worries to be lifted, piece by piece. When you pray before sleep, it's not just an offering of words, it's an invitation for peace to enter the heart. It's a moment where the chaotic storm of your thoughts can find a brief pause, where your soul can rest in the presence of something greater than yourself. There is no need for perfection in this prayer, it doesn't need to be eloquent or even complete. It's the rawness, the vulnerability in surrendering your cares that allows the peace of God to enter in. In those moments of quiet prayer, you begin to realize something profound. The storm inside you hasn't disappeared, but it becomes more bearable. Each prayer softens the harshness of your internal struggles. The worries of the day don't immediately vanish, but through prayer, they lose their hold over you. They become smaller, more manageable. You are no longer drowning in them. Instead, you have found the strength to stay afloat. It's in this quiet surrender that you find a deep truth. The peace that God offers is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of His comfort in the midst of it. The storms will still come, the waves will still crash, but now you have something you didn't have before, peace that surpasses understanding. This peace is not a temporary feeling or an escape, it's a deep, rooted knowing that no matter how turbulent the world around you may seem, you are held. You are not alone. Imagine, once again, lying in the darkness, with all the chaos of the day trying to pull you back into its grip. You feel the pressure of life's burdens threatening to consume you. But this time, instead of fighting against them, you turn inward, and there, you find the comfort of God's presence. It's a quiet strength, almost imperceptible at first, but unmistakable once you give yourself to it. You begin to understand that this is not something you have to force or create on your own. This peace is a gift, freely given, waiting for you to embrace it. God, in His infinite wisdom, does not demand that we be perfect in our prayers. He simply asks that we come as we are, broken and weary, and offer our hearts to Him. The beauty of this relationship is that it's not about what you say, but about your willingness to be open, to let go of the need for control, and to trust that He will meet you where you are. In these moments of prayer, you are slowly learning to trust in His timing and His ways. This trust doesn't come overnight. It takes time, nights of waking up to pray, nights of feeling like your prayers are unheard, nights where peace seems distant. But over time, the consistency of your prayers, the act of continually surrendering your worries to God, begins to transform you. You realize that the act of praying itself is not just about seeking peace, but about learning to live in it, day by day, moment by moment. It is the steady rhythm of grace that flows from Him to you, soothing your soul, no matter how stormy the night may seem. And as you fall deeper into this rhythm of prayer, you start to feel the truth of what it means to be truly at peace. Peace is not the absence of fear, but the presence of God in your life. It's not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. And the more you connect with Him before sleep, the more you realize that His peace is not just for the night, it is for every part of your life, spilling over into your waking hours, guiding you through the chaos, and reminding you that you are never alone. You begin to see that every moment spent in prayer is a moment spent in the arms of God, where His comfort is palpable and His love unconditional. The worries that once seemed so overwhelming start to fade into the background, because now you know that no matter how fierce the storm, you have a refuge in Him. And with each night, each prayer, you grow closer to that peace, that stillness that only He can provide. As the night wears on and the weight of the day begins to fade, the deeper you go into prayer, the clearer it becomes. Peace is not something that can be forced or demanded, it is something that is received. It's like a warm embrace that wraps around you, quieting your mind and stilling your soul. You may have come to prayer seeking relief from anxiety, seeking answers to your fears, but what you find is far more profound, an invitation to rest in the arms of a God who loves you more than you can comprehend. In this sacred moment of surrender, you begin to see that the peace you are searching for isn't far off in the distance, it's already within reach. It's always been there, waiting for you to acknowledge it. It's the quiet assurance that no matter what the future holds, no matter how turbulent your circumstances may become, God's peace will always be your refuge. The storm may rage outside, but within you, there is a calm that cannot be shaken. At first, this peace may seem distant, like a faint whisper in the chaos of your mind. But as you continue to seek God in prayer, night after night, it begins to grow louder. The more you invite God into your life, the more His peace begins to fill the empty spaces of your heart. It's not a magic fix, but a gentle, consistent presence that begins to settle deep within you. And with each prayer, you begin to experience a profound shift in how you see the world around you. It's amazing how something as simple as a prayer can change everything. You might still face the same challenges, the same problems, the same struggles, but you're not facing them alone anymore. Through prayer, you are connected to the source of all peace. In this connection, your perspective shifts. The problems that once seemed insurmountable now feel like obstacles you can overcome. The worries that used to keep you up at night become manageable, because you know you're not carrying them alone. God is with you. His peace is with you. And so, night after night, you begin to see that prayer isn't just about asking for help, it's about aligning your heart with God's will. It's about letting go of control, trusting that He knows what is best for you. The peace that comes from this surrender is not temporary. It doesn't come and go with your emotions or circumstances. It is a constant presence, a stillness that is unshaken by the world around you. You realize, as you continue this journey, that God's peace isn't just for the times when things are going well, it is especially for the moments when everything feels out of control. It's the peace that transcends understanding, that guards your heart and mind even in the midst of the storm. And in these moments, when you feel overwhelmed, God's peace becomes your refuge. It's a sanctuary where you can rest, where you can be vulnerable, and where you can find healing for your weary soul. In the quiet of the night, as you finally allow yourself to relax into the presence of God, you begin to understand something important. Peace is not the absence of chaos, but the presence of God in the chaos. It's not about having everything figured out or perfectly aligned in your life, it's about trusting that God is with you, even when everything seems uncertain. When you allow Him into your life, He doesn't just offer you relief from your worries, He offers you Himself. And in His embrace, you find all the peace you need. As you surrender to God's peace each night, you begin to see that it is not just a temporary feeling, it is a transformation. Your heart becomes less heavy with the burdens of the world, and you find yourself approaching life with more hope, more courage, and more trust in His plan for you. Even in the darkest moments, you know you are not alone. His peace is there, wrapping around you like a warm blanket, bringing comfort and security to your restless heart. And as you continue to pray, you'll find that the more you seek God's peace, the more you will experience it in every area of your life. It will overflow into your relationships, your work, your health, and every part of your being. His peace will become your foundation, and you will be able to face the trials of life with a renewed sense of strength and hope. Through prayer, you begin to understand that God is always with you, and His peace is always available to you. The storms of life may still come, but you will never be the same. You will have learned to find peace in the midst of them, knowing that with God by your side, no storm is too great to overcome. And each night, as you drift into a peaceful sleep, you will be reminded that His peace is yours, not just for tonight, but for every moment to come. As the night grows deeper, the silence becomes almost tangible. It's the kind of silence that fills the room with an undeniable sense of peace, a peace that can only come from the presence of God. And in that moment, you realize something you may not have fully understood before: true peace doesn't come from the absence of troubles, but from the presence of God in your life. The storms will come and go, but His peace, once it takes root, becomes an unshakable foundation. You might be facing challenges right now, situations that feel overwhelming, and maybe you're unsure how to move forward. But when you come to God in prayer, you come to the one who sees the beginning from the end, the one who holds all things in His hands. And in His presence, you find peace. It's a peace that isn't based on circumstances but on the certainty that God is in control. No matter what happens, no matter what you face, you can rest knowing that He is with you every step of the way. This peace isn't something that can be earned or manufactured. It's not something you can conjure up through effort or willpower. It's a gift. A gift that God freely offers to those who seek Him. And the more you seek Him, the more you invite His presence into your life, the deeper that peace grows. It becomes something that's woven into the very fabric of your being. It's not just something you experience in the quiet moments of prayer, it becomes a part of who you are, something you carry with you into every situation, every circumstance. And as you grow in your relationship with God, you begin to realize that this peace is not just for the night. It's for every day. It's for the moments when you're faced with stress at work, when your relationships feel strained, when the world around you seems chaotic. The peace that you experience in prayer before you sleep isn't meant to be confined to the hours of the night, it's meant to overflow into every part of your life. When you wake up in the morning, you will find that you carry that peace with you. It's not just the fleeting sense of calm you feel right before sleep, it's a deep, abiding peace that stays with you, no matter what the day may bring. It becomes a quiet assurance in your heart that everything will be okay, because God is with you. You've begun to trust in God's ability to provide peace, and in that trust, you find strength. Strength to face challenges you once thought insurmountable. Strength to love when you feel like giving up. Strength to forgive when your heart has been broken. And in all of these moments, God's peace is there, like a gentle reminder that you are never alone in the storm. You may not always see the solution to your problems right away, but you know that with God's peace in your heart, you can walk through anything. Imagine waking up each morning knowing that no matter what happens, God's peace will carry you through. You no longer have to face the world on your own. Each day is a new opportunity to lean into God's presence and experience His peace in a deeper way. And when the challenges come, as they inevitably will, you can face them with a calm assurance that no matter the outcome, you are held by God's unshakable love. And in the quiet of the night, as you prepare to rest, you can lay your worries down once again. You don't have to carry them alone. God is there, waiting to offer you His peace, the peace that transcends all understanding. It's the kind of peace that holds you steady in the face of fear, the kind of peace that allows you to sleep peacefully knowing that God is in control. As you continue to make prayer a part of your nightly routine, you'll find that it becomes less about asking for peace and more about receiving it. The more you seek God, the more you will be able to rest in His presence, knowing that He has already provided what you need. His peace isn't something you need to work for or strive to attain, it's something that is already yours, simply waiting for you to embrace it. In these final moments before sleep, you are reminded that God's peace is not a temporary feeling. It is a lasting reality that remains with you long after the night ends. It is an unshakable foundation that you can build your life upon. And as you drift off to sleep, you can rest easy knowing that no matter what comes tomorrow, you will wake up with the peace of God in your heart, guiding you through the day ahead. So as you close your eyes tonight, take a moment to give thanks. Thank God for His peace, for His presence, and for the promise that He will never leave you. No matter the storms that rage around you, His peace will always be with you, steady and unshakable, as you continue to rest in His loving embrace.